Hello, this is Pastor Roland. Checking in to see how you're doing. Keep sending in those prayer requests because I enjoy getting them. And today I want to continue reading from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 7, beginning with verse 14. Jesus called all the people unto him, and he said to them, Hearken unto me, every one of you, and understand. There's nothing from outside a man or outside a woman that entereth into him can defile him. But the things which come out of him, those are they that defile the man. If any man have ears to hear, let him hear. And when he was entered into the house from the people, his disciples asked him concerning the parable. And he said unto them, Are you so without understanding also? Can't you see that whatever comes from outside a man cannot defile him? Because it enters not into his heart, but into the belly, and goeth out into the draught, purging all meats. And he said, That which comes out of the man, that defiles him. For from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts, adulteries, fornications, murders, thefts, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, an evil eye, blasphemy, pride, foolishness. All these evil things come from within and defile the man. And from thence he arose and went into the borders of Tyre and Sidon, and entered into a house, and would have no man know it. But he could not be hid. For a certain woman, whose young daughter had an unclean spirit, heard of him, and came and fell at his feet. See, Jesus wanted to go and retire and be by himself to pray, because the crowds had been pressing all about him. As we've been reading Mark. Mark is amazing because you get a sense from Mark just how big the crowds were. Hundreds, thousands of people. Okay? So anyway, he enters into this house, tries to have a little time. And a lady heard that he was there. She came and threw herself at his feet. The woman was a Greek, a Syrophoenician by nation, and she besought him that he would cast forth the devil out of her daughter. But Jesus said unto her, Let the children first be filled, for it is not meet to take the children's bread and to cast it unto the dogs. And she answered and said unto him, Yes, Lord, yet the dogs under the table eat of the children's crumbs. And he said to her, For this saying, go your way. The devil is gone out of your daughter. And when she was come to her house, she found the devil gone out, and her daughter laid upon the bed. And again, departing from the coasts of Tyre and Sidon, he came unto the Sea of Galilee, through the midst of the coasts of Decapolis. And they bring unto him one that was deaf, and had an impediment in his speech, and they beseech him to put his hand upon him. And he took him aside from the multitude, and put his fingers into his ears, and he spit and touched his tongue. And he looked up to heaven, he sighed, and said unto him, Ephphatha, that is, be opened. And straightway his ears were opened, and the string of his tongue was loosed, and he spoke plainly. And he charged them that they should tell no man. But the more he charged them, so much more, a great deal they published it. The more he told them not to tell anybody. There were enough crowds around already. Plus there were people that misinterpreted. You see, there were people around, the Pharisees and the scribes and all those types. Everything he did, they misinterpreted it. See. And Jesus had things that he had to do. There were important things that he was to accomplish upon this earth. And then in preparation for Calvary. So whenever people came, he had compassion on them and he healed them. See? But he also needed to go about his business, and he couldn't spend all of his time with the crowds pressing around him, dealing with their issues. You see what I mean? So it says, and he charged them they should tell no man, but the more he charged them, so much more a great deal they published this. The more he told them not to tell anybody, the more they told everybody. And were beyond measure astonished, saying, He hath done all things well. He maketh both the deaf to hear, and those that cannot speak to speak. We have been reading from Mark chapter 7 through verse 37. And next time we'll start with chapter 8.